Hello everyone. In last lecture we have discussed about the TOC and small definition we have discussed in TOC like alphabet. So what is alphabet? Alphabet is nothing but the individual symbol or finite non-empty set of symbols. And after that we discuss about the strings language. Then what is string? String is the combination of alphabet. Like if you have a alphabet small a and small b, and in TOC we are using symbol sigma for representing alphabet, and for representing string we are using symbol capital S. Then how we will make strings? String is nothing but the combination of your alphabet. So small a, small b, b, like that. String can be anything. So what is alphabet? Alphabet is a finite non-empty set of symbols. And what is a string? String is nothing but the sequence of alphabet or combination of the alphabet. Then we have discussed the definition of language. Language we will represent by using capital L symbol. And whenever we apply some condition on alphabet, and after that whatever strings you will get it, these strings basically represent the language of your machine. How? Suppose you have two alphabet, small a and small b, and when you apply some condition, for example, if you have a language like a raised to power n, b raised to power n, where n greater than equal to 1. So this is your language. In this language, first you have to identify how many alphabet you are using. So here you are using two alphabet, small a and small b, and some condition you are applying. So what condition you are applying on your language? First condition is the concatenation form, means your alphabet basically comes into the concatenation form, and second condition is that your n value should be greater than equal to 1. When you apply this condition on your language, after that what string you will get it? You will get it first a raised to power n, b raised to power n, where n greater than equal to 1. Here your n value, minimum value of n can be 1, and after that whatever value, means any value you can assume for the n, because this is your infinite length language. So when you put n here, in that case you will get smallest length string is AB. After that when you put n value is 2, and for b raised to power n, here you will put n value is 1, in that case you will get string AB. When you put n value is 1 and b raised to power n, here you assume n value is 2, in that case you will get ABB. Clear? And after that, like that you will assume the value of n and you will make the strings. So basically these strings represent the language of your machine. So and this will be your first step when you will make machine for the language. Now in this lecture basically we will discuss how we will make machine for the language. But the important thing is that according to the definition of DFA, because we will discuss example related to DFA, and what is the definition of DFA? According to the definition of DFA, each and every state should have transition for every input symbol, and multiple transition doesn't exist. Means you should not have a multiple transition for the same input symbol from the same state. So this is the definition of DFA, and that is the important thing you have to remember. Whenever you will make machine for the DFA, you have to remember these two rules. Means first, each and every state have a transition for every input symbol, and multiple transition doesn't exist. Means your states cannot have multiple transition for the same input symbol. Now we will start to make machine for DFA. So here we will take same example. Right? So what is your language? Suppose you have a language a raised to power n, b raised to power n, where n greater than equal to 1. Suppose you have this language a raised to power n, b raised to power n, where n greater than equal to 1. In that case, first we have to identify how many alphabet you are using. So here in this case you can see that easily you are using two alphabet, small a and small b. Then you will identify in the next steps what condition you are applying on these alphabet. So here you are applying two conditions. First thing is that your alphabet small a and small b basically into the concatenation form, and second condition is that n value should be greater than equal to 1. Then in that case we can see that this is your infinite length language, because your n value is greater than equal to 1. That means your minimum value of n can be 1, but maximum value you can assume anything. So that's why we can say that this is your infinite length language, because whenever you put n value, means n equal to 1000, Now we will make machine, DFA machine. So in last lecture we have discussed DFA. We have formally defined by using 5 tuples. So what tuples we are using in DFA? Capital A represent the machine, and in DFA capital Q, sigma, Q0, delta and capital F. Basically these 5 tuples you are using for representing machine. Here capital Q represents the set of state in your machine, sigma represents the set of input symbol, Q0 represent the initial state, delta represent the transition function, and capital F represent the final state or set of final state. Now in last lecture I have discussed with you transition function. Transition function basically change for every machine. Here what is the transition function for DFA? So here the transition function for DFA is capital Q cross sigma implies this capital Q. Here your capital Q represent the source state and this capital Q represent the destination state, and you are using input symbol sigma. Means basically by using any input symbol or some input symbol you are moving from source state to destination state, and that is the meaning of transition. Transition means moving. You are moving from one place to another place by using input symbol. So basically this thing we represent by using a transition function. So what is the transition function for the DFA? Your capital Q cross sigma implies is capital Q, means from the source state to destination state you are using input symbol. So by using input symbol you will move, or you can move from source state to destination state. Now here you can see this is your language, and what is your language? A raised to power n, b raised to power n, where n greater than equal to 1. Then when you will make machine, then your first step is smallest length string. You have to make smallest length string. So what is your smallest length string in that case? If you put n value equal to 1 and b raised to power n, again you will put n value equal to 1. In that case you will get minimum length string is small a, small b. This will be your minimum length string. How? See, a raised to power n, b raised to power n, where n greater than equal to 1. Your minimum value for n only is 1, means you can put only one value. Means if you are talking about for the minimum value, maximum value can be anything for this n, right? N greater than equal to 1, that means minimum value is 1. If you will put 1 here, then you will get small a, small b. So this is your smallest length string. So why we are basically talking about the smallest length string? Because first we will make machine for the smallest length string. After that machine we will convert into DFA and for the infinite length language. So that's why your smallest length string is important. You have to make machine first for the smallest length string. So that's why please design carefully your smallest length string. In that case, when your language is a raised to power n, b raised to power n, where n greater than equal to 1. In that case, your smallest length string you will get is a, b. Now, your second string can be a, b, a, b, b, a, b. Like that, you will make a string to the infinite length, because your n value can be anything. So that's why you can make your length till the infinite. Now we will make machine for the smallest length, and smallest length string is small a, small b. Now we will start our machine from the state Q0. Right? Q0 is your initial state. That thing also we have discussed in the last class. Means how you will identify this is your initial state, because by using circle you will represent the state. So this circle basically represents the state. When you are attaching arrow with the circle, that means this structure represents the initial state. So here your initial state name is Q0. So that's why always we will put that initial state name is Q0. So that's why Q0 we are putting in the formal definition of DFA. So Q0 is your initial state. Now if you are making machine for AB, that means your machine should accept this string. And how it will accept? By using input symbol A, you will move from Q0 to Q1. Q1 is your intermediate state, and after that you will make transition for input symbol B from Q1 to Q2, and Q2 is your final state. How you will identify this is your final state? When you will make double circle for the state, that means this is your final state. Now you can check from Q0 to Q1 we are making the transition for input symbol A, and from Q1 to Q2 we are making transition for the input symbol B. Now this machine basically accept AB. So the second thing is that how you will check the validity of this string. When you scan your string from left to right? This is your string, and when you are reading or scanning the string from left to right, then when you are reading the last symbol of your string and you will enter into the final state, that means this string is valid string and this string is accepted by your machine. So that's why what we are writing here, from Q0 to Q1 we are using input symbol A, and after that we are using input symbol B for the moving from state Q1 to Q2. Now this is your DFA? No, this is not your DFA, because this machine basically accepts only one string, and what is AB, but it will not accept these strings, means AAB, ABB, AAAB. So like that it will not accept any string except AB. Clear? So first what we will do, we will convert that machine into DFA, and we will convert that machine for the infinite length language. What is that for the infinite length language? Means this machine will accept, we will convert this machine for that language. In that case, this machine will accept all the string which is generated from this language. That is the meaning of infinite length language machine or string. Clear? Means if you are converting that machine for that language, that means this machine will accept all the string which is generated from that language. Now we will convert that machine. Then first we will we will focus on the DFA machine, because this is not your DFA machine also. And according to the definition of DFA, each and every state, how many states you have in this machine? You have 3 states, Q0, Q1 and Q2. Then according to the definition of DFA, each and every state have a transition for every input symbol. And how many input symbol you are using in that case? You are using 2 input symbol, because your language has 2 input symbol, small a and small b. That means each and every state have a transition for every input symbol, means for A and B. Now we will check for the state Q0. Q0 have a transition for the input symbol A from Q0 to Q1. But now it doesn't have a transition for input symbol B. So we will make the transition for input symbol B. But at the same time we will check it will not, it will be validate. When you are making transition from one state to another state, that means it should be validate. If your transition, cross or if your transition is wrong according to that language, means if you are making transition from Q0 to Q1 or in the form of self loop or in the form of from Q0 to Q2, and that transition basically cross the validity of your machine, that means this condition should not your machine should not have that type of transition. Clear that thing? So we will check for the input symbol B. If we are making transition in the form of self loop, we are checking. We can make transition like that, because this is the smallest consistent. We have made transition for the smallest consistent. Now your machine basically accept small a and small b. But right now we are converting your machine for the infinite length language as well as for the DFA. So basically your machine should follow the property of DFA as well as accept all the string which is generated from this language. So now we will check the transition for input symbol B. If we are making transition for the input symbol B like that in the form of self loop, then what will happen? Q0 transition for input symbol B, A, B. That means your machine can accept B, A, B. Means what string your machine will accept in that case? B, A, B. Then check, basically this string, it is a part of your language or not. So check A raised to power n, B raised to power n. Your alphabet basically in the concatenation form. That means always all type of string you will get it from that language. You will get it all the string A followed by B, but you will not get any string B followed by A, because this is your concatenation form. And according to the concatenation form, A dot B not equal to B dot A. Clear? So that's why you cannot make any string B followed by A, because this thing represent your language representing concatenation form. So every string, whatever string you will make from this language, so this you followed by A. That means this string is not part of your language. So that's why you cannot make transition like that. Clear? So that's why you cannot make transition for the input symbol B in the form of cell glue. Now, can you make the transition from Q0 to Q1? If you are making transition from Q0 to Q1 for the input symbol B, in that case your machine will accept B. Again, B is not a part of your language because your smallest length string is AB and A always come in your string because what is the minimum value for A? A minimum value is 1. Clear? And minimum value is 1, so that's why your minimum length string you will get that is AB. BB is not the part of your language, so that's why you cannot make this transition from Q0 to Q1 for the input symbol B. Now we will check transition from Q0 to Q2. If you are making transition from Q0 to Q2 for the input symbol B, in that case your machine will accept small b because from initial state to final state you are making transition for input symbol B. That means single B accept by your machine and that state is not part of your language. So that's why you cannot make this transition also. So we have checked all the transition from Q0 to Q0 you cannot make the transition. From Q0 to Q1 you cannot make this transition. From Q0 to Q2 you cannot make the transition. So according to the DFA, each and every step have transition for every input symbol, but we have checked all the possibility for that machine, but you cannot make transition from any state to any state, from Q0 to any other state. Means from Q0 to Q0, Q0 to Q1 and Q0 to Q2. Like in that case, you will make transition because you have to follow the property of DFA. So in that case, you will make transition from Q0 to dead state. This is your dead state. After checking every condition, if you don't have any choice, in that case, you will make transition from state to dead state. Clear? Because you have to follow the property of DFA. We are making the machine for DFA also and for that language also. Clear? So this is your transition. Now from Q0 state you can check Q0 state have a transition for input symbol A from Q0 to Q1 and also Q0 state have a transition for input symbol B from Q0 to that state. Clear? Now we will check from the state Q1. Q1 have a transition for input symbol B, but it doesn't have transition for input symbol A. So check it. Can we make transition from Q1 to Q0? If you are making transition from Q1 to Q0 for the input symbol A, in that case what will happen? A, B. What is that means? What is the smallest string that we will accept by making this transition? A, B. Clear? So that means A, B. Clear? If you are making transition from Q1 to Q0, in that case you will accept either AB or AAA B or 5A B or 7A B, but you will not accept the string AA B. That means your machine are not accepting all the string which is generated from this language, so that's why we cannot make this condition. Clear? Now we will check from Q1 state to Q2 state. If you are making transition from Q1 state to Q2 state for the input symbol A, in that case your machine will accept A. That means A. But A is not the part of your language. This string is not the part of your language. So that's why we cannot make this transition. Clear? Now we will check from Q1 to Q1 for the input symbol A. In that case your machine will accept AB, then AA B, then AAA B, then 4A B. Because what is the meaning of self loop? Self loop means it can be epsilon. Means this A can be epsilon or single A or double A or any number of A. That is the meaning of self loop. So why using self loop? Basically we will convert our Clear? So this is a machine and you will check it. You can check it. This transition basically, don't validate the language of the machine. Clear? Means if you are making this transition for the small a, in that case you can check every string will be accepted by your machine, and these strings will be part of your language. So now your Q1 state have a transition for input symbol A also and for the input symbol B also. Now we will make transition for the state Q2. Now we will check for the input symbol A. If you are making transition from Q2 to Q1, then what will happen? If you are making transition from Q2 to Q1 for the input symbol A, in that case your machine will accept small a, B, A, B. Clear? Your machine can accept small a, B, but if you are making this transition, in that case your machine will accept A, B, A, B, means A, B, A, B. But your alphabet in the concatenation form, then A followed by B always comes, or always part of your language, was B followed by A. This is still basically not part of your language, so that's why we cannot make transition for that string. Now we will check from the state Q2 to Q0, the same concept we are applying here. If we are making transition from Q2 to Q0, in that case your machine will accept A, B, A, B, means B followed by A, but B followed by not come into your language. Now we will make transition in the form of self loop. In the form of self loop, we are making transition for the input symbol A. That means AB will accept, double AB, triple AB will accept, but A also accept. But again, this is still not part of your language, so that's why we cannot make transition for the input symbol A. Now we will check the transition for input symbol B. If we are making transition from Q2 to Q2 state for the input symbol B, in that case your machine will accept the string small a, small b, then A any number of A, B any number of B, and you can check it, this string triple A and B, or A triple B. Like, so by using this transition we can accept this type of string. So that's why we can make this transition from Q2 to Q2 state for the input symbol B. Now we will check transition, because according to the property of DFA, each and every state should have a transition for every input symbol. But if your state Q2 don't have a transition for input symbol A, in that case we cannot say that this is your DFA machine, because you have to make transition from Q2 state to any other state for the input symbol A. So in that case we don't have any choice, so we will make transition from Q2 state to that state for the input symbol A. Clear? And now we will make the self loop for input symbol A or B on the third state. So this is the machine for your language. Now you can check this machine will accept every string which is generated with this language and not accept any string which is not part of the language. Clear? And we are making this machine. This is a DFA machine. So DFA machine, if you don't have any choice, in that case you will make transition toward the dead state. Clear? So this is the machine for your language. Clear? Thank you. Next example we will discuss into